What's going on, everybody? My name is DeeRonn Booker, your current 2024 USBC Masters Champion. I am here with Tajiri's Ball Reviews talking about the new Ion Pro today. Storm has put so much time, effort, and R&D in a new bowling ball, and I feel so honored to be able to talk about this bowling ball today and what I see with it and how it's going to work really well on the national tour. Okay, so today we see the Ion Pro. The very first thing that I noticed with the Ion Pro was the colors and what it really reminded me of, which is a bowling ball that has been successful with Storm for the last 10 years, or over 10 years I should say, which was the IQ Tour. I can tell you right now, I have drilled so many IQ Tours over the years, and it is just always a go-to bowling ball for me. I wouldn't say that it's a benchmark ball for myself, but I will tell you that it is a bowling ball that I continuously use almost as a last resort, or something that I'm like, okay, let me get to the IQ Tour, let me figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to use it. So the Ion Pro is going to give me the same type of feel, which is what I'm hoping. Like I said, I love the new core. I love the technology behind it. And I love how this is going to help in the modern game moving forward, with it being what they call a benchmark asymmetric bowling ball, which is very similar and mimics something that the IQ Tour has done. I will have to be further left than what I would normally be, which is okay. Make good shots.
That's where I'll see your face and have you with me.
Made one. I'm left because I have to be, not because I want to be able to stay within the comfort of my game.
Always light my spark in my heart.
Struck with an off six spin.
Since the start.
Another good one. Yeah, I got one there. That was a good one. We have to remember that we are not robots. We just want to get close.
I just wanted to let you know.
As long as you keep it close, we're good.
I'm so glad that I'll have you with me.
Oh, I know that should have struck, and it did.
By my side, you give good company. Left and right, I'll keep you safe. When I'm with you, I don't hesitate. Now you got me folding paper planes, so we can fly to outer space.
So with the Ion Pro, you're going to hear a lot of people talking about that it uses the Phase 2 cover stock, which is a TX16, but it's a hybrid version of it. And what's going on in today's conditions are, you see a lot more oil on the lane, a lot more oil in the mid part of the lane, and conditions being a little bit flatter. My thought process behind why they went with the slightly stronger cover is because when you're bowling on these flat patterns, what you got to do is you got to make sure your ball is starting to hook from an area on the lane where it normally shouldn't hook from. That's a combination of two things. The first thing is the cover stock, and then the second thing is the core and the asymmetry in the bowling ball. So the best thing that you can do when you're starting and looking at a pattern, understanding, okay, is this a 5-to-1, a 7-to-1, a 2-to-1, is being able to look at the type of bowling balls that you're using and what's going to allow you to play the lanes as comfortably as possible, especially when you're bowling on these flatter patterns. And for myself on the national tour, being a national tour player for the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, I was having an issue getting my bowling balls to hook from the flatter parts of the lane. So I started digging a little bit deeper into the cover stocks and the cores, as well as layouts, to get my bowling balls to be able to do exactly what it is that I need them to do. I was successful in one tournament, and I can tell you right now, there's going to be a lot more success moving forward because I'm understanding what these bowling balls are doing and why they're designed to do what it is that they're doing. After throwing this bowling ball, and depending on the conditions that I'm bowling on, and for me, I get a little bit more technical with it because there isn't a specific spot that the Ion Pro is going to sit in my bag. Let me give this to you as an example. If I'm using an IQ Tour, and for myself, and everybody has their own opinion, but for me, an IQ Tour likes to see the lane a little bit earlier due to the lower diff, so there's not as much hook. This one here has a differential of 0.035. So I know that it's going to push down the lane, stay in the hook phase a little bit longer. So this is a ball that I'm going to use after the IQ Tour and not before. Whereas you have other people that are going to say, I'm going to use this after a phase 2, or I'm going to use an IQ Tour after this. But for me in my game, because everybody has a different style, a different type in the way that they view the lanes, I would be using this after an IQ Tour, and then I would be using a phase 2 after this as I move further left. And when I say further left, moving into the oil, throwing it a little bit slower, and allowing the differential to pick up on the lane in the spot where I need it to be able to shape down lane. So, like I said again, everybody has their thoughts and how they play the lanes, which is why this game is so great. It's so unique because what I do is going to be different than what you do, than what the next person. But to give you my take and what I see with this bowling ball is, this is a little bit less of a benchmark bowling ball for me. And the reason why I say that is because the numbers are going to allow the ball to push a little bit further down the lane when I need the ball to be able to do that. But if I need the ball to see it a little bit earlier, I have something like the Tour Dynamics. I have something like the IQ Tour that it's going to see the lane a little bit earlier to allow me to play the lanes a little bit further right when they're a little flatter. And as I start moving left, this ball, from what I saw, allowed me to get further left and to be a little bit slower with it, and it always responded off the spot. And then to further add, when I did get a little bit too far left, that's when I realized something like the Phase 2 or the Virtual Energy Blackout or any one of those other bowling balls are going to be the best because the differential is higher and I need to cover more boards when I am getting further left. And unfortunately with this one, I would see a little bit of flat 10s, but again, every bowling ball has a place, every ball has a time. And so for me, the place and time would be probably around in a 6-game block, game 2, game 3, game 4, and then as I start getting further left, depending on how the lanes are, I can go into something like a Phase 2 or the Virtual Energy Blackout or the DNA coil or something like that when I start getting a little bit further to the left. So with the Ion Pro for myself, I love it because it is that ball that is the games 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can stay in the same bowling ball and just manipulate the lanes the best way that I need to.